Hi there, Doug Hasty, Down to Earth Golf. So we're getting better at putting. Let's talk about a couple other instruction things. First of all, you want to have a pre-shot routine when you putt. And I really recommend that part of that routine be that when you put the ball down, you put it down the same way every time. Now, I hope you know right now you can mark your ball on the green, so I've got a quarter here. Put it behind the ball, pick my ball up. Now a lot of these balls are actually made now with kind of lines on them, like this Titleist Pro V1. You're allowed to draw a line there if you want. You're allowed to draw a line all the way around the ball if you want. Some people find it very helpful when they put the ball down to line that ball up with their target. Now my target is that little pin on the ground there. These alignment sticks are lined up there. So I line my ball up with the line doing that. Now if that helps you, please go ahead and do it. Some research would show that it doesn't really help very much, and for me it's too picky. But what I will do is I'll put my ball down the same way every time. For me, it's kind of a 90-degree rotation from that, so that now I'm looking at a blank ball. I don't like to have any lines in the ball when I look at it, and I always make sure I put my ball down that way. I'd recommend just getting that ball down the same way every time. I've seen people do the line lined up. I've seen people do the line perpendicular to the line. And I've seen a blank ball. Those would be the most common. Okay, pre-shot routine. I would highly recommend approaching your putt from straight behind the ball. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. You'll see a lot of people, they'll come in, they'll take their practice strokes beside the ball like this, and then they'll step right up to the ball. If that works for you, great. I know for me it doesn't. I take my practice strokes behind the ball. So I'll go to camera shot here, but I take my practice strokes back here. And then when I go to line up, I come straight from behind. And the first thing I do is put that putter face down where I want it. Now I actually go a little further. I even keep my eyes right over the line of that putt. So here's the extended line of my putt. My eyes are over the line of that putt the whole way in. And then I put my putter down and get set up. So get some kind of routine that gets you set up the same way every time and gets you lined up properly. Another thing about your setup, being a little more specific now, I'd recommend having your eyes either directly over the ball or slightly inside. I would never want to see somebody's eyes get outside the line. I think that really gives you a bad perception of the line. I've seen a lot of good putters with their eyes directly over the ball, so when they turn their head, looking directly down the line. I've also seen good putters with their eyes slightly inside the ball. So do that. In terms of alignment, in terms of your feet and your shoulders and everything, you really want to make it individual. You want to make sure it works for you and lets you hit the ball on the starting line you want to hit it on. So get lined up properly. Get yourself in a good mind frame when you're about to hit the putt. I would also highly recommend that once you get set up, so you're all lined up, you're all set to go, that the time between that and when you hit the ball is pretty short. I'm talking 2 to 5 seconds. 5 seconds to me would be a long time. That you definitely look at the hole or your target before you hit the ball, and that all you're thinking about is speed. That you're not thinking about line. You've set the line when you set up, when you put that putter face down, you've set the line. You gotta trust that your stroke will hit it on that line, and all you're gonna think about is speed. Okay? So I'd really recommend that. Now in terms of controlling speed, we want to control the speed through the length of our stroke. If we have the same tempo of stroke, same tempo every time, the same rate of acceleration if you want to say, then all I have to do to hit a longer putt is make my stroke bigger. That's all I have to do. Okay, if I want a shorter putt, I just make my stroke shorter. There are people that are successful taking the putter back a very similar distance and then hitting it with different accelerations. But to me, that's a much harder way to do it. I'd really recommend gauging your speed by how big your stroke is. Okay? So do those things, see how it works. Really work on that routine. Hopefully you'll make more putts.